Okay, I tried to film this with my fan off, but I can't lie. I was steaming. So in this video, we're going to be discussing 2022 fashion trends. I live in the tropics, so the seasons don't really matter, so I will be mixing spring, summer, and autumn, winter trends. If you need any background on how trends work, so basically, across runways, fashion editors kind of see what designers are coming up with, which motifs are popping up across multiple different runways, and then they kind of declare those things the trends for the season. And then a lot of smaller brands, fast fashion brands, recreate those pieces that have been called out as the trends of the season, and then that's how you end up seeing cow print everywhere. So I'm gonna go through my favorite ones this season, the ones I think are the most wearable, the ones that I have personally bought into. And I think the cool thing about when something you like is trending is just that it becomes easier to find that item in a bunch of different iterations. So let's say like you really like mini skirts, but like midi skirts were the big trend over the last couple years. So finding good mini skirts was kind of hard. Now that they're back on trend, you can get any kind of mini skirt in any fabric, any micro length, everywhere. The cool thing with style is it's an expression of yourself and you can wear whatever the hell you want. I'm gonna start with the shoe trends because I am kind of a shoe girl and I think the shoe trends this year are really fun. So the first thing that has kind of come back into fashion is clogs. They weren't super popular in Ghana that I can remember. Maybe I was also just like not cool enough to know this, but clogs are kind of making a real comeback. So they're like a Birkenstock but with a wooden sole, if that helps. I personally I'm not super into that trend, and so what I opted for were these slides from Mango that do have a wooden sole. I saw them on the Mango outlet website and I just thought the soles were so cool. Are they the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn? No. But they do make a nice statement if you're wearing like a really basic outfit, like a t-shirt and jeans. Throw these on and you know, it adds a little bit of something. Other shoe trend that I'm really into is platforms. It became super popular thanks to the Bratz doll platforms that were done by Versace. And then Valentino also did the super pink, the Barbie ones. And so platform heels especially are everywhere. They have kind of trickled down, so now you have platform sneakers and platform sandals, which is what I personally have bought into. I think a platform sandal is just never gonna go out of style, really. It might not be as popular, but you can still wear a platform sandal, you know, and they're comfortable, but then they give you some height. I'm only 5'4", so I take the extra inches where I can. These are the ones that I have. They add like an extra inch and a half to me, which I like, and I'm not thinking about, am I going to fall down in these heels, you know? The final shoe trend that I'll be covering in this video is loafers. Loafers, again, they never really go out of style. If you remember a few years back, Gucci loafers were everywhere. And like all of the Instagram girls were going bankrupt to get their hands on some Gucci loafers. Those ones with like the feathers on the inside. It was a crazy time for fashion. But I got these from Urban Outfitters because I wanted something that was kind of like a good work shoe, which loafers are just like a good business casual staple. Of course, have a little bit of a platform on them, add a bit of height if you, like me, are a short queen. Those are all the shoe trends, so we're gonna move on into talking about clothing trends. Something else that has been kind of staying on trend for the past few seasons is cutouts. I personally like the cutout trend. I know it's not for everybody, but I think you can find some really tastefully done ones. I'll put up some examples on the screen. I feel like I own at least 5 dresses with cutouts in them. Will I regret it in like 2-3 years? Maybe, but for now, I'm into it. I like the cutouts because depending on where they're placed, they can really help to accentuate your figure. So you just kind of need to try a bunch of them on and pick one that works for your body that you like on you. But I find them super flattering. I think they're very sexy. And so we know the early 2000s is in. So we have cargo pants. Big fan. I'll put some examples here. I think cargos are really, really cool. I think they can be dressed in like really interesting ways. I'm gonna put an example here of an outfit that I did. Really into the cargo trend, especially like a traditional khaki, pockets all over it cargo. For the early 2000s, cargos are back. Low rise bottoms are everywhere, which also are surprisingly flattering because we've been wearing high waisted things for so long now that when I wore like a low waist skirt, it was kind of like, oh, this is nice. You know, like your stomach can breathe. A lot of the Y2K trends aren't the most wearable, so like full on mesh top to toe, or like the emblazoned like glitter t-shirts and like tiny baby tees. Not for me, but I do love the cargos and I love the low waist bottoms trend. I think from the 2000s, we've also gone back into the 90s. So 90s style is everywhere. You know, people are loving the slim glasses all over again. The like sleek column dresses are back. Think like Maxine Shaw on a date night. So beautiful slip dresses, beautiful column dresses, very sleek styling, slim glasses. Don't talk to me, I'm too cool for this. Is very back in. I stand. Hollywood of the 90s, Black Hollywood especially of the 90s, was so well dressed. Like all the fashion moments to me were impeccable. So the 90s are back in a big way, especially in that sense of really sleek styling, really classic silhouettes. A lot of black is also back in style. Long maxi dresses are back in. For tops, what I've noticed are bits with holes in them, which aren't the same as cutouts. Because the cutout, the way that I think of it, is like you have your classic silhouette and then you just like do a little bit of a snip on the sides or on the front or whatever. But now we're talking like literal holes in shirts. I saw this piece on Paloma Elsasar that I really, really like completely holy clothes, very, very back in style. Talking about bottoms, something else that's really, really in micro mini skirts. So we've kind of been in the space of the midi skirt for a really long time now, especially the like satiny, slippy midi skirt. But now everybody's gone back to the micro mini. I think it was new, these like schoolgirl-esque cut with the pockets out. I'll put it up so you see what I'm talking about. But the micro mini is back. Personally, I don't love this trend because I like my skirts a little bit longer. I have a little bit of a bum, so it would eat up. Not a big fan of the micro mini, but they're really back in style. If you're someone that does like your skirts a little bit on the shorter side, you have options. Now, I love a corset. Obsessed. Okay, I cannot get enough of the corset tops. I think Dion Lee, can't afford it, but wow, magnificent. Vivienne Westwood, obviously mother of the corset, but I picked this one up from Zara that I really, really like. That I find it super wearable as well. What I like about the corsets is that the boning in them gives you structure at the top, but then if they are cut properly, they give you that illusion of a really tiny waist, which can just really help with the kind of silhouette that you're trying to create with your outfit, if that's something that you're into. If you're trying to bring more shape to an outfit, or if you kind of just want to give like some kind of balance to a look, it's nice to have that V going in and then something coming out. So I really like the corsets for that reason. I love them when they actually have boning, and so they are kind of like stiffer, stand up on their own a little bit. I find that very, very flattering. A way to make them more wearable, I think, is to wear them with jeans or low-rise pants or like long skirts to kind of offset the sexiness of the corset, and also kind of enhance the shape that you're bringing in with the boning and the structure of the corset. Another thing that's really on trend, has been for a really long time now, are halter tops. So I really like the halter bodysuits where they kind of just do the halter neck tops, where they kind of do the cross here on your shoulder, I'll put an example in here. But then also like a traditional halter top I'm very into. I have these ones from Urban Outfitters in 3 different colors. I wear them all the time. If I don't know what I'm gonna wear, I'm just pulling that out of my closet. I think it's just a really simple, really good, easy basic, and I don't think you can go wrong with a halter top. The final trend I'm gonna cover in this video is colors. I think brown and green are very in right now. Also pink, like a really, 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 really poppy pink. Not as into the pink, I just don't think it's super, super wearable unless you're putting it in an accessory. So like if you get like a cute pink bag that you can use as a pop of color, or like cute pink sunglasses or something. But I would personally not wear that shade of pink. But brown and green, girl, if you know me, that's exactly my sweet spot. So as an example, have this silky little brown top, which, look at that, oh, just delicious. But yeah, brown, green, very, very in for 2022. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if there are any fashion trends that you are really into or any that you absolutely hate. That would also be fun to hear about. Leave me a comment down below. Subscribe to my channel if you want more fashion videos, and thumbs up the video. That would be nice. I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!